Okay, good morning. Let's pick up where we left, which was God's promise or his command to Abram to leave his country and then the promise that he made to him. So we're going to continue now. And verse 4 says, So Abram departed as the Lord had spoken to him. So what do we have here? That Abram obeyed God. He obeyed God. And that is the main condition, the main way to be blessed of God is to obey him. We should obey God in everything. Everything the Bible tells us to do, everything our parents teach us to do that is right, that's what we need to do. We need to learn to be obedient. So, he departed and Lot went with him. Okay, we're going to learn more about Lot later. I'm not sure if Lot should have gone, but he did. And Abram was 75 years old when he departed from Haran. 75, that's pretty old. But in those days, they still lived a long time. They didn't live as long as they did before the flood, but they lived way over 100 years. And so Abram's 75 years old when he leaves. And then it says, Then Abram took Sarai his wife, and Lot his brother's son, and all their possessions that they had gathered, everything that they had come up with and built, and, well, not built, but accumulated and made and bought, and the people whom they had acquired in Haran, that's the family members and the servants and the whole group. I don't know how many of them there were, but it says, and they departed to go to the land of Canaan. So they came to the land of Canaan. Now, land of Canaan is the land that God promised to give them. And Abram's never been there before. It was a long ways away from where he was, and so they're coming in. So in verse 6 says, Abram passed through the land to the place of Shechem, so he sees these different places as far as the terebinth tree of Moreh. So there was a famous tree at a place called Moreh, and the Canaanites were there in the land. So this land wasn't free, or it wasn't empty. It was inhabited by people. Okay, we're going to find out more about these people. They're very wicked people, but it's their land right now. And the Lord appeared to Abram and said, To your descendants I will give this land. He said, okay, so your children, those who come after you, are going to have this land. This is the land that I was telling you about when I told you to leave your country. And there, okay, it says, and there he built an altar to the Lord who had appeared to him. So Abram is a very godly man, and he often builds altars, which is a way of praying to God very seriously and making an important prayer to God and thanking God for all that he has done for him. So, and he moved from there to the mountain east of Bethel. That's another place, and he pitched his tent. Remember, he doesn't drive around in caravans or doesn't have an RV. They go around walking and on maybe donkeys or something, and then they sleep in tents. So he pitched his tent with Bethel on the west and Ai on the east. So these are different towns there in the land of Canaan. There he built an altar to the Lord and called on the name of the Lord. So looks like he built another altar. As soon as he stopped again, he built another altar. How did he build an altar? Well, he probably got a bunch of rocks together and made a pile of rocks, and then on the top of the rock, he made it flat, and there he would call on the name of the Lord. He might do a sacrifice. It doesn't say specifically right here, but he built these altars as a way to remember that he had prayed to God at that spot. So Abram journeyed, going on still toward the south. So he is heading south into Canaan, into the land of Canaan, into the place where God told him he would be blessed, and his descendants, that is his children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren and great-great-great-grandchildren, would live and inherit. And remember, anybody who blessed them would be blessed, and anybody who cursed them would be cursed. So this is the beginning of the story of Abram, and we're going to learn many things from Abram. We're going to learn things that were good to do, things that were bad to do, just all kinds of lessons, because that's what the Bible is for. It's what God uses to teach us how to live. Okay? Love you. Goodbye.